So, you think you guys got a lot in common? Some aspects, yeah, we do. How are you guys?
Terence Crawford is taking no chances against Canelo Alvarez, especially when it comes to the weight difference. To prepare, he's enlisted the guidance of the first man to hand Canelo a defeat. Crawford has started his training camp much earlier than usual, focusing on gaining weight and adjusting to it, well before their September bout. However, he does plan to take a short break midway through the year. Terence Crawford had invited Floyd Mayweather to his training camp well in advance, and as expected, the two enjoyed working together. Mayweather primarily focused on refining Crawford's defense, emphasizing footwork, the shoulder roll technique, and incorporating more body fights into his style. When Mayweather faced Canelo Alvarez, Canelo was just 23, while Floyd was in his mid-30s. Despite the age gap, Mayweather's exceptional defense left Canelo struggling to land punches over 12 rounds. Over the years, Mayweather has mentored several top fighters, including Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Davis. Now, his latest protege is Terence Crawford, who recently shared his thoughts with fans about the valuable experience of training with Floyd. You might wonder why Terence Crawford, a veteran with 40 fights to his name, is turning to Mayweather for guidance this late in his career. The answer is straightforward. His next fight will be his debut in the 168lb weight class, a challenge that requires expert preparation. As part of his preparation, Terence Crawford turned to five-division world champion Floyd Mayweather for guidance. In a recent interview, Mayweather looked back on his iconic fight against Canelo Alvarez, which was contested at a catchweight. "I had one fight with Canelo, and it was at a catchweight, but that wasn't my plan," Mayweather recalled. Anyone can look it up. It's well documented. At one point, Canelo claimed I was afraid to fight him, saying I didn't want the matchup. So, he offered to meet me at 152 lbs. I called his bluff and agreed. After making weight, there were no restrictions on how much he could rehydrate. He weighed in at 152 but likely entered the ring at 168 or even close to 170. Meanwhile, I stayed around 151. Despite the size difference, I still got the job done.
For the boxing, their whole life, and sacrificed a lot inside that square circle. They should feel that way. So if he feel that way, more power to him. I had one fight, and the fight wasn't actually.
Perhaps this experience resonated with Terence Crawford as he prepares to move up in weight. Knowing there's much to learn about his new division, seeking Mayweather's advice was a natural choice. While boxing fans often compare Crawford to Mayweather, Crawford himself holds the undefeated legend in the highest regard. When asked about their similarities, Crawford was quick to praise Mayweather, recognizing his greatness and lasting impact on the sport.
But it wasn't my idea. So at one particular time, you guys can, anybody, you can go online and pull this up. It was an article. So with Canelo said, I believe Canelo at one particular time thought I was scared of him.
As Crawford pointed out, there are many similarities between him and Mayweather, leading boxing fans and analysts to debate who the better fighter is. Some have even speculated about the outcome of a hypothetical matchup between the two. When it comes to pure boxing skill, few fighters have showcased more masterful performances in the sweet science than Floyd Mayweather.
The make the adjustments that he's made to certain fighters,
Mayweather's sharp jab, impeccable timing, and elite counter-punching skills enabled him to break down his opponents with precision. He displayed these abilities throughout two distinct phases of his career: the aggressive, power-punching, pretty boy, Floyd, and the defensive, tactical mastermind known as Money Mayweather.
I think, I take more chances.
Excuse me, Crawford.
Right now. But earlier in his career, he was taking a lot of chances as well. So,
As Crawford noted, pretty boy Floyd was the more aggressive version of Mayweather, pressing the action and breaking down opponents, while Money Mayweather, in the later years of his career, relied on exceptional ring IQ, precision, and defense to outclass his rivals. Regardless of which style one prefers, Both eras played a crucial role in building the legacy of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Similarly, boxing fans are still in awe of Crawford's masterclass against Errol Spence in their last fight. His powerful jab repeatedly pierced through Spence's guard. His ability to land clean shots even in close exchanges was remarkable, and his perfectly timed counterpunches demonstrated supreme boxing skill. While Crawford has always showcased elite talent, no one had ever dominated an opponent of Spence's caliber in such fashion. In terms of pure boxing ability, few, if any, surpass Mayweather. However, Crawford brings a different approach, explosive, versatile, and highly effective. If Crawford and Mayweather had ever met in their primes, it would have been a fascinating showdown. Crawford's sharp, laser-like punches against Mayweather's disciplined mastery of the sweet science. Who would land the jab first? Who would win the battle of counterpunching? With so many possible outcomes, this hypothetical matchup might just be too close to call.
You talk about money, or do you talk about Pretty Boy? Because Pretty Boy was what is seek and destroy.
How many times have we seen Mayweather expertly draw his opponents to the center of the ring, where he would process information like a computer, analyzing patterns, adjusting his strategy, and executing a flawless plan to break them down? Mayweather's exceptional ring IQ, paired with his mantra of hit and not get hit, propelled him to the Hall of Fame as an undefeated 5-division world champion. Similarly, Crawford, who became undisputed champion at both junior welterweight and welterweight, has demonstrated a high ring IQ throughout his career. While Mayweather was known for his lightning-fast hand speed, especially in counterpunching, Crawford's ability to create sharp angles and deliver punches with whip-like speed gives him an edge in offensive explosiveness. In terms of knockout power, Mayweather's 50 wins include 27 knockouts, while Crawford boasts 40 wins with 31 knockouts, still adding to his tally. This difference highlights Crawford's finishing ability, contrasting with Mayweather's strategic dominance.
He's a lightning hand speed extraordinary. Oh. Left hook drops him, and then he hit his head off the mass here at the engine.
Consider Crawford's brilliance against Errol Spence, where he dropped him 3 times on his way to a dominant 9th-round TKO, defeating a power-punching, body-snatching fighter like Spence, who had methodically broken down top-tier opponents like Kell Brook, Sean Porter, and Yordenis Ugas to become the unified world welterweight champion. Was no easy feat, but Crawford made it look effortless, with his power playing a crucial role. In contrast, Mayweather's defensive genius was on display throughout his career. Trapped in a corner, he'd lift his shoulder into the signature Philly shell defense, absorbing punches with his arm while using his free hand to deliver sharp counterpunches. It was defensive boxing combined with counterpunching at its finest, a masterclass in minimizing damage while maximizing effectiveness. Crawford has solid defensive skills as well, but Mayweather elevated defensive boxing to near perfection. This raises the question, how would a matchup between Crawford and a prime Mayweather unfold, and who would come out on top? After a cautious opening round, where both fighters feel each other out, Crawford would likely be the more active and aggressive one early on, launching sharp combinations, while many of his punches would be absorbed by Mayweather's shoulder rolls and slick defensive maneuvers. Crawford would still land some clean shots. As the fight moves into the middle rounds, however, Mayweather's style would begin to take control. His ability to read opponents would allow him to time Crawford's attacks, peppering him with precise jabs and scoring points through masterful counterpunching. Crawford's pressure and versatility would keep the fight competitive, but Mayweather's ring IQ and defensive brilliance could tilt the fight in his favor. Crawford's power could trouble Mayweather, possibly even hurting him at times. The judges might favor Crawford's aggression and higher punch volume, potentially awarding him a points victory over Mayweather's technical style. Moving up in weight isn't as simple as it seems, and Crawford is determined not to make the same mistakes Canelo Alvarez did when he faced Dmitry Bivol. Canelo's ambition backfired as he landed a career-low 80 punches over 12 rounds, while Bivol's defense and accurate punching earned him a unanimous decision win, 115-113 on all scorecards. Canelo admitted, "I lost and he won. He's a great boxer." To avoid a similar outcome, Crawford has sought advice from Mayweather, hoping to learn from
Unbelievable. To young boxing fans that are watching Floyd Mayweather, you're seeing one of the greatest defensive fighter of all time. I mean, that's how strong. If you're wearing, then he's nowhere. You think you... And again, it's not just...
Podcast with Patrick Bet David, Ryan Garcia discussed his friendship with Floyd Mayweather and revealed that, when it comes to receiving raw, unfiltered criticism, he immediately turns to Mayweather, highlighting the deep respect he has for the boxing legend. Garcia also shared his thoughts on the potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, calling it one of the most exciting matchups in boxing today. Dimitri Bivol, reflecting on the importance of respecting weight classes, shared, "When I started boxing, one of the first things I learned was to respect weight divisions." Despite this, Bivol praised Crawford's skills, stating that Crawford's high boxing IQ could give him an advantage over Canelo. When asked if Crawford could beat Canelo, Bivol responded, "I can imagine it happening. Crawford is one of the best boxers in the world right now." Bivol's remarks reflect his admiration for Crawford's abilities, even though Crawford would be facing a naturally larger opponent in Canelo. "Someone told me to study Canelo.
The way he rolls with punches. Look at the way he makes it miss. I mean, here we go. Through a series of punches and nothing really landed. The ribbon fight for Mayweather.
After winning the undisputed super middleweight title in 2021, Canelo Alvarez came up short in a fight against World Boxing Association light heavyweight champion Dmitry Bivol. However, the 34-year-old has since bounced back with 5 consecutive victories, defeating top fighters like Gennady Golovkin, Jermall Charlo, and Edgar Berlanga. Legendary boxing trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas shared his thoughts on a potential mega fight between Canelo and Terence Crawford during an interview with Fight Hub TV. Atlas admitted that it would be tough for him to bet against the American southpaw, praising Crawford's willingness to challenge himself in ways few others do. "I'll never go against that guy. Father Time may catch up with him, but I'm not sure a weight class can," he said. "It's a huge challenge because Canelo is a fantastic fighter, bigger, stronger, and a powerful puncher who can time you. But even though Crawford is smaller, he'll come up with a game plan that forces Canelo to use his size." Analyst McIntyre also gave high praise to the undefeated Crawford, who may face Canelo in either May or September. McIntyre believes Crawford has everything needed to claim a third undisputed title in a new weight class, adding, "Any serious boxing fan knows Crawford can beat Canelo. You need to understand the sport to say that." If the fight were to happen, it could take place on May the 3rd or May the 10th, dates close to Cinco de Mayo, a significant moment in boxing. However, Canelo might wait to see the outcome of the February the 22nd fight between light heavyweights Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, who won their first bout last year. That's all for now. For the latest boxing updates, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to catch fresh content. Until next time, peace out.